The rise of Nvidia. How a small gaming chip company took over the world. Let me ask you something. What if I told you that the most powerful company behind AI today started as a struggling graphics card startup? A company that almost went bankrupt, got mocked by competitors, and at one point was worth less than what some YouTubers make selling merch? Sounds crazy, right? Well, this is the real story of Nvidia. Back in 1993, three engineers, Jensen Huang, Chris Malachowski, and Curtis Priem, started a company inside a small restaurant. No big office, no fancy funding, just an idea. Their goal? We want to make graphics better for computers. Today that sounds obvious. But back then, graphics didn't matter. Computers were basic. Gaming wasn't mainstream. Nobody thought GPUs would ever be important. And honestly, Nvidia didn't start strong either. Their first product, a disaster. The NV1 chip failed so badly that the company nearly collapsed. Money was disappearing. Investors were nervous. And bankruptcy wasn't a theory. It was close. Very close. By 1997, Nvidia had only 6 months of cash left. One bad decision, and it was over. So Jensen Huang made a move most founders are afraid to make. He killed their old technology completely. No backup plan, no safety net. They bet everything on one new chip. It was called Riva 128. And this time, it worked. Nvidia graphics suddenly outperformed competitors. Gamers noticed. PC manufacturers noticed. The company survived. But Jensen knew something important. Surviving isn't the same as winning. In 1999, Nvidia made a bold claim. They released the GeForce 256 and called it the world's first GPU. Not a graphics card, not a video card, a graphics processing unit. This single idea changed gaming forever. Games became more realistic. 3D worlds felt alive. PC gaming exploded. By the early 2000s, Nvidia was everywhere. They were the kings of gaming. But here's the thing. The biggest breakthrough in Nvidia's history was still an accident waiting to happen. Here's the part nobody talks about enough. Nvidia never planned to dominate artificial intelligence. Scientists just started noticing something strange. GPUs were insanely good at one thing, doing thousands of calculations at the same time. That turned out to be perfect for machine learning. So in 2006, Nvidia released CUDA, a platform that let developers use GPUs for tasks beyond gaming. At the time, people laughed. Why use a GPU when CPUs already exist? But deep learning researchers saw the future, and they paid attention, very close attention. Fast forward to the 2000s and 10s. AI starts showing up everywhere. Voice assistants, image recognition, self-driving cars. Behind the scenes, something was clear. Every serious AI system needed massive computing power. And that power came from Nvidia GPUs. When ChatGPT arrived, when OpenAI trained large models, when tech giants rushed into AI, they all needed one thing: Nvidia chips. At that moment, Nvidia stopped being a gaming company. It became the backbone of artificial intelligence. By 2023 to 2024, Nvidia's value exploded. From nearly dying in the 90s to becoming one of the most valuable companies on Earth. At one point, Nvidia crossed $1 trillion. Jensen Huang, a man who once worried about paying salaries, became one of the most influential people in tech. Today, Nvidia powers AI models, massive data centers, autonomous vehicles, robotics. And the future of computing itself, Nvidia's story isn't really about chips. It's about failure, risk, and seeing potential where others see nothing. They didn't chase trends. They built the tools that created the trend. And today, whether you realize it or not, the world runs on Nvidia. If you enjoyed this story, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. More real tech stories, more AI, more future tech. This is Morty X.